On December 1st, 1935, Mrs. Jessup, the wife of a New Jersey handyman, gives birth to her first and only child. It is a boy, and they name it Scott Jessup. He is an exceptionally cute baby with a sweet disposition. Before he is 25 years old, he will be wanted by police in 6 states for assault, armed robbery, and illegal possession of a wart. Growing up in a slum neighborhood where the crime rate is amongst the highest in the nation is not easy, particularly for Scott Jessup, who is small and frail compared to the other children.
No cry. Don't cry again. Don't cry, please. Scott Jessup
Attends this school. He is an immediate failure on an IQ test. His behavior disturbs the teachers. We interviewed Mrs. Dorothy Lowry, the school teacher who remembered Scott Jessup.
I remember one time he stole a fountain pen. I didn't want to embarrass him. So, teachers have ways of doing things. So I said to the class, we will all close our eyes. And will the one who took the pen please return it? Well, while our eyes were closed, he returned the pen. But he took the opportunity of feeling all the girls. Can I say feel?
Spending most of his time in the streets,
Scott Jessup
takes to crime at an early age.
Scott Jessup
Is an immediate failure, who barely manages to escape with a gumball machine stuck on his head. With both parents working to make ends meet, Scott Jessup becomes closest to his grandfather, a 60-year-old German immigrant who takes the boy to movies and baseball games. Then tragedy strikes. At a Washington Senators game, Scott Jessup's grandfather is struck in the head by a foul ball. The blow causes permanent injury to his mind, and he becomes convinced he is Kaiser Wilhelm. Here are some rare photos of him with other patients on the sanitarium grounds. When he is 15 years old, amidst the violence and poverty of the slums, Scott Jessup receives a cello as a gift. He is fascinated by the instrument, and for the first time in the Starkwell house, music is heard. We spoke to Mr. Tortman, his first and only cello teacher.
There is not very much to tell because his cello playing was just terrible. He had no idea about tone production. He would just saw it back and forth, just scratch the instrument to such a point that it drive everyone that listened to it absolutely insane. They had no conception of the instrument. He was blowing into it. He loved his cello, and I think he stole to pay for his lessons, but he would not apply himself one iota.
Scott Jessup steals to pay for cello lessons, and although he does not achieve greatness on the instrument, he is still good enough to play in a local band. No. We'll think about it. The jungle, however, is no place for a cellist, and Scott Jessup soon learns the facts of life. At 18,
Scott Jessup
is lonely and confused. Unable to concentrate in school, he has long since dropped out. He wants nothing more than to belong, if only to a street gang. It is here he thinks he will prove his manhood. Under constant economic pressure,
Scott Jessup
trains the local pool hall as a means of making a living. I'm going to be a pool hustler, he tells his friends.
Well, it's just one bad. Oh,
Scott Jessup
Tries to join the Navy but is psychologically unfit.
That looks to me like two elephants making love to a men's glee club.
Mr. T.S. Foster,
Scott Jessup
his first probation officer, remembers him vividly.
He was a trustworthy kind of person. I mean, you had to remember certain idiosyncrasies that he had. Like what? Well, like not always telling the truth. He didn't always tell the truth. Sometimes he exaggerated the truth. Sometimes he just plain lies. He does have a criminal record, yes, but that doesn't mean that the boy was all bad.
Unable to fit in with any aspect of his environment,
Scott Jessup
strikes out on his own.
yeah, but on the wasn't moving there, and there were in contact with them that didn't fail them. Wouldn't mean you need all the bands from that's what you hold purpose one previous but keep that buffer and it did one both have long people year in music people people will people and bring one movies then we would usually when you get me what me they mean to run how did you get up? Most of the footprints not. Running with an array when you keep one up when we people that are like it millions of stuff. Maybe rain or rain the way is on the right. Can do no. Really?
In an effort to shed some light on this period of his life, we spoke with his father and mother. Once they are ashamed of their son's criminal record and soul were disguised as savvy.
Yeah, he was a good boy. He was for a lot. He was a good boy while we were in these. He's right. He's a gangster. Oh, this is what I say. That he was so serious. He was just blatant, and he loved music. He was only crazy. I tried to be guardian to him, but it was too tough. He's trying to get away from us and be independent, make his own life, and all your human being on his own. I mean, you're a very dominating person. Well, you are, and he was trying to find leader. All right, yours in front. Look, I'll talk to you later about putting him in mind.
Knowing that he will never serve his full term,
Scott Jessup
plans an elaborate escape using a bar of soap and some shoe polish.
God. Yeah. You can take me to the infirmary. What's the matter? He gonna ask.
Scott Jessup
His attempted escape is dealt with harshly. His sentence is extended an additional 2 years. 1956 is a happy-go-lucky year for most people.
Scott Jessup
Sees none of it from his tiny cell. He marks time by reading, until one day a new opportunity arises.
We need volunteers for an experiment. The doctors want someone to be inoculated with the new vaccine. It's never been tried on humans before, so we don't know what the side effects may be. To be honest, you'll be taking a chance. As reward, there's a parole. I'm sure there are some among you brave enough to take the risk.
With parole as inducement,
Scott Jessup
submits to the vaccine test. It is a success, except for one temporary side effect. For several hours, he is turned into a rabbi.
And so, the reason we celebrate the Passover holiday is by eating the matzah is to commemorate the time that Moses led the children of Israel from Egypt. Oh, so many good qualities. I mean, yeah, name. He had all sorts of mechanical abilities. He was artistic. Do you remember the painting art? It tells you when you're that's what he was. That's what it was. I used to, and try to teach him about God, but would he listen? No.
Scott Jessup
Leaves prison, apprehensive, but with some hope that he can begin a new life. Instead, he finds the world difficult to cope with. Ashamed to go home, he rents a cheap room in a strange city. Okay. Arrow. Left field. Hello. Desperate and broke,
Scott Jessup.
tries to support himself with small crimes. Here he attempts to rob a local pet shop. Yeah, do they ever keep going? In the story. Yeah. Wow.
I hope you haven't been watching me. I'm not very good. Oh, well. I was strolling down here just now, and I noticed that you were drawing something, and I looked at it. You can look at it if you want to. It's not very good. Oh, well, I wouldn't say that. I think that's wonderful. It's not very good. Well, I think that's very good, actually. I would have I think you could probably make cash if you nervous. Well, no, I'm not nice. No, what do you do? I'm laundress. Laundress. I'm laundry. What? I wash, blow, stitch. And it's great. What is it? I like it, but it's not. What's your name? You asked Virgil. Virgil Staple. What do you do? What do I do? What do I do? I'm Veticello. Oh, that's fantastic. I'm the cellist. That's a wonderful job. And with some money? Yes, I am, actually. Oh, that's fantastic. Yes, I'm actually quite a good. Well, I dress like this because I'm just lost for work now. Say, one, can I just even go for a walk at all? Okay. I know I was in love. First of all, I was very nauseous. But, I'd never met such a pretty girl. And I guess I'm sensitive because, real beauty makes me want to gag. But plus, I don't know how to act with girls. I'm shy. I'm just nervous around women. I have a tendency to dribble. And, the little girl that I had known as a girl in my neighborhood, and was not an attractive girl. I used to make obscene phone calls to her, collect, and she used to accept the charges all the time, and nothing ever happened. And here I'm lying through my teeth. I can't tell Louise that I was in jail and that I rob and steal and never did an honest day's work in my life. Because a lot of people hold those things against you. But she was so sweet. We just walked in the park, and I was so touched by her that, I don't know, after 15 minutes, I wanted to marry her. And after a half hour, I completely gave up the idea of snatching her purse. I wanted to tell her, actually, that I wasn't what the Philharmonic, but she was so impressed by it. And when she asked me some questions about Mozart, and she got suspicious because I couldn't place the name. I don't know, when it comes to women in prison, I remember the psychiatrist asked me if I had a girl, and I said no. And he said, well, do I think that sex is dirty? And then they said it is if you're doing it right. No, all I know is my heart was really pounding, and I felt a funny tingling all over. And I don't know, was either in love or I had smallpox. Yeah, you want to have dinner tonight? Sure. Last. You're very beautiful. I mean that. Was it embarrassing when I Taz? That's a pretty hat. Thank you. Yeah. I see him all over town. Do you prove he's a feather in a white? I haven't seen him. Oh yeah, they're on sale downtown. I passed them as I was walking around the streets. I passed up them many of them. And that one of those bins. Yeah. So. Watch the read on this. I'm not sure. It's so pretty, but yeah, when they stick the burger and make it. After dinner, we went for a walk. I asked her for a lock of her hair, you know, and we didn't have a scissors, so I tried pulling it out. And she was like the sport. I tell you, she was, you know, when she got excited, she stuttered. I see she was so cute that way. I like a girl who stutters, you know, they turn red, they're always gasping for breath, you know. It's sweet looking. And she was an expert on laundry, you know. She was fantastic. I offered to let her do my shorts, and she was very moved by that. I think she just knew everything about underwear. I never saw anybody knew so much about socks and t-shirts. She was some kind of, you know, genius that way. Carl, it's Nigel.
Continuing his deception,
Scott Jessup
sees Louise more frequently. When she questions him about his cello playing, he avoids the subject. In order to better understand Louise, let us examine her background briefly. Adopted at age 2 from a cruel and impoverished orphanage by a career military man and his wife, she was subjected to an upbringing of extreme discipline, which left her shy and withdrawn. Never having a real home, she lived on army bases, while her father pursued a brilliant military career that after 30 years catapulted him to the rank of corporal. Her mother, an alcoholic, turns to religion for comfort and quickly becomes a fanatic. She responds to Louise's need for love by beating the child and claims to have conversations with God in which they discuss salvation and interior decorating. Destitute and in love,
Scott Jessup.
attempts to change his life with one bold stroke.
Oh. And if you'll just take this to window number 9. What does this say? Can't you read that? I can't read this. What's this? Act natural. Man, just please put $50,000 in this bag and act natural. But just say act natural. So I'm pointing a gun at you. That looks like gun. That doesn't look like gun. No, it's gun. Well, that's gun. That's a means. No, see, that's an N. It's G-U-N. It's gun. George, would you step over your role, please? What does this say? Please put $50,000 into this bag and add natural. What's it have now? Does this look like gun? What gun? Gun, see? But what's add me? It's act, they see it's an act, natural. Please put $50,000 into this bag. Natural. Oh, I see. This is a holdup. Yes. May I see your gun? Well, you'll have to have this note initialed by one of our vice presidents before I can give you any money. Say some rush. What? Rush. I'm sorry, but that's our policy. The gentleman will grace suit. That's G-Win, meaning, yes, I am being there, pointing a gun at you. That's G-Win. Well, that's me. That's, no, she's mean, it's in. It was fine. I am pointing a gun at you. Act natural. No, it's act. Yeah, that's act. Oh, it couldn't be. That's a plain B. No, I'm afraid not. That's act natural. We're pointing a gun at you. I am pointing a gun. No, that's gun. That's G-U-N. That's gun. I am pointing a gun. No, it looks like it be, but it's in it. It's that's impossible. I say it's in that law. No, it isn't. I lost the person. Listen, say you know, listen, if you don't know, I just learned it all. So it's been just I just surviving all of the real and I just I'm the same vibe. No, I ain't right. So I am. I knew it. Like how the ways. Listen, I can't make our date today. Yeah, I've got to go up to Boston and give a concert. Well, look, why don't I give you a call in about 10 years?
Scott Jessup.
Is apprehended in the act of bank robbery. He is given 10 years in the state's strictest maximum security prison. It is here that he mingles with hardened criminals for the first time. The prison has not been built but can hold me.
Scott Jessup.
Tells another inmate. I'll get out of this one if it means spending my entire life here.
After all, one child and spooky, right? According to what is in my 5 I round is I and say I was it be. Would your little man say a word or two? I know there was a day when I said, this kid is rough. You know that special rough kid? That's what this kid is. I little and was did he have? What, Jay? That's from this out. What, James? What? Don't talk fancy in front of the man because, you know, you make an impression and...
Time passes slowly, but
Scott Jessup
works hard and tries to adjust to prison life. He becomes a model prisoner, is put to work in the laundry.
Whoa.
Just
For me, I'm not with the show money. I know. Sorry. It's okay, Retro. Was your mind that I came to see you, do you? No, I'm happy to see you. How'd you find out I was here? I called up your landlady to tell me where you were. She said that... Virgil, did you rob a bank? I did not rob a bank. If I had robbed a bank, everything would be great. What did you didn't try? That's Russellburg Bank is what happened. And they got me. I misspelled the note. Virgil, can you bait? Yeah. Peter. Cheek. Big kid. With chocolate cake. Virgil, you're allergic to chocolate. You know, you eat cake with a good in it. I'll bake you a cake out, and I'd like to put it on a dozen chocolate chip cookies with a bullet in each. Normally they'll be here. Oh, well, I estimate the neighborhood of what's today? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, next year, 10 years. Ciao. Is it possible that you could point to me? Yes, if you want me to.
You know, with Louise to inspire him,
Scott Jessup
works hard and becomes more optimistic. She comes frequently for the next few months. He complains about the food, and she brings him home-cooked meals. Louise's impact on
Scott Jessup
is discussed here by Dr. Julius Epstein, one-time prison psychiatrist who recalls
Scott Jessup.
Louise meant a great deal to Virgil from a psychiatric point of view. His love for her was the healthiest thing in his life. It was genuine, clean, not like some patients I know. She ain't in a way Virgil. They think they can, but they never do. You know, I become eligible for parole in a year and a half. Yeah, well, that's nice. With any luck, maybe 2 or 3 years, you'll get out of here. It should be a lot shorter. It means we got this proposition we want to talk over with you. What kind of proposition? Like next week, 5 of us are going to make it out of here. Now we need an extra man. It's all set. By next week, we can be miles away from the zoo. Oh, you guys got to be kidding. We never get out of here. They kill us. We got out of rougher places than this. You know, why don't you just think about it now? Ain't no broad got away around for years for you. No matter what she tells you, never does it in hope. Well, I think the conflict in this personality disorder started from his formative years. I think that gave evidence in his choice of the cello, for instance, studying the cello at the age of 6, which is just coming out of the formative years, but the conflict is there within the choice, because it's generally assumed that the cello is a phallic symbol. I mean, with the grasp and but the lower structural forms are certainly feminine, if anything, motherly. In fact, the utilization of the ball, I would imagine, is the sublimation of stroking a torso. So between the grasping of the phallic and the stroking of the torso would create, I would imagine, great conflict, even at the age of 6.
Scott Jessup.
Becomes part of an escape plot. His every move becomes 10 steps straight.
The guards are not full with us, so we ready to get us in trouble. We still don't understand how we're going to get past the main tower. We're going to be dressed as guards. That's why Friday at noon, because you work in a laundry, you're going to steal the guards' underwear. What? Yes, we got some uniforms stashed in the dark room. They don't understand if you got the guards' uniforms, what do you need their underwear? We want to do this as realistically as possible. I'm known for my detail work.
So we can't find our underwear. I think something's up.
We better keep our eyes open. Lines was down the dock at home and Ray. What? If they don't join us, then meet me at all to me. Well, one of mine, get it there. No, I beat up my guy. Mate, walking, walking on something that man. My didn't hit great. One was the data. More, more.
Michael Sullivan, the next convict and one of the leaders of the break, describes that fateful day.
I told all the other guys that the break was off, but I forgot to tell Virgil. I don't know why I forgot. Nobody ever told him. Well, already it was what? There's a break in the north cell block. Notify the ward immediately. Hey, where is everybody? You called the break off? Why did somebody tell me? Somebody caused us to meet downstairs and left me back here. All right, one, I got your daughter, but hold your fire, man. Let me go or she gets it. What is she doing down there? She was kissing Kowalski. Is Kowalski a midget? No! He's not a midget. What did he say? Without a midget. You miss shit, man. I'm texting please. First one in line's next. No. You know what I mean?
On July 11th,
Scott Jessup.
and Louise marry. It is a simple ceremony following what he later described as a deeply moving blood test.
This was the happiest moment of my life. I just wish my parents could have been there. We might have win this. Am I right? You know, say the honest. I mean, he turned out to be.
They take up residence in another state, and living on Louise's small savings, they move into a cheaply furnished flat. They are poor, but for the moment at least, safe from the law. When these innocent pictures were taken, they were both unaware of the incredible series of events that were to come.
Oh, what's the matter, Rachel? Oh, I got a cramp with the arch of one. What? I got that habit of hard boiled him out. I joint, but again, happen every time we make love. And she says,
As a wanted criminal, Scott Jessup finds it harder than ever to find employment. He secures a little work selling encyclopedias door to door, but the job proves too much for him. He is forced to take to the streets, and for a while he earns a meager living selling makers.
we're going to have a baby. Then, no, we're going to have a baby. I went to the arms, we're going to have a baby. Perhaps not present for Christmas. All I needed was a tie. Archie? I'm not going to either. No, that's how me wrote the how did it happen. And you look horribly horrible man. You mean, because man at night that when it service. And that's what happened.
In the spring, Scott Jessup and Louise are blessed with a son. They name the boy after Virgil's mother. Scott Jessup and Louise move to a new state and try to start over. Scott Jessup has the usual trouble finding work. Finally, he hears of an opening in an insurance office and is back against the wall. He attempts to lie his way into the job.
Please sit down. Name, please. John Q. Public. P-U-B-L-I-C. Mr. Public, have you had any experience working in an office before? Yes, I have. What kind of office was it? Rectangular. Have you ever had any experience in running a high-speed digital electronic computer? Yes, I have. Where? My aunt has one. And what does your aunt do? I can't recall. And you said before you worked in an office. Did you deal in products or services problems? Is this something found in the home? No, it's not. It's 1 down and 9 to go. Is this product edible? No, I'm afraid it wasn't. I think our time has run out, and I'm sorry to say you haven't guessed my occupation, so I'm going to flip all the cards and tell you exactly what I used to do. I used to manufacture escalator shoes for people who were nauseous in elevator shoes. I'm sorry you didn't actually get my occupation, but you did win $10, and I want to thank you very much. Better luck next time. You're a good sport.
Hiding his past from his fellow employees, Scott Jessup does well at his first decent job, the mailroom. This past catches up with him, however, as a fellow employee learns of his criminal record.
What are you doing for dinner, Mr. Hudley? Oh, Miss Blair. I'm having dinner with my wife. Why? We having dinner, Mr. Hudley? I know I said I was having dinner with my wife. I found this picture in the magazine. Way away from me and you're back in prison. Okay? What do you feel like eating?
Scott Jessup becomes the victim of a blackmail plot. Miss Blair, confident of her power to expose him, begins making small demands for money. These increase as time goes on. Everything that he holds dear to him is in jeopardy. His life and family hang on the whim of an unstable woman. He is driven to desperation, but with the responsibility of a wife and child to protect, Scott Jessup contemplates murder.
Oh, what do you have? Oh, balancing unicorns. Oh, yeah. Tells you home. clumsy. That'd be rousal.
Disguising 2 sticks of dynamite as candles, he sends Miss Blair an anonymous gift. The plot fails, however, as he makes the dynamite too thick to fit into the candlesticks. Determined to rid himself of the blackmailer, he rents a car and attempts to run her over.
You know, these are his last joke. Oh, don't be silly. When they came home from work last night, there was a car in my living room trying to find me. Car must be your imagination. Who'd try and kill you? Don't know. I have no enemies. You didn't tell anybody, did you? No. You can do the curvy. Joe. Oh, none of your way. I mean, you eat like an animal. It's delicious, really. I'll give the salad dressing. We'll make a toast, and then you start on that turkey lid. What are you doing in there? I'm just creating the proper atmosphere there. And it's sad for what have you got dirty? Yes, of course, and I don't. Someone sent these again. They were too big to use and they shaved off the price.
With law enforcement agencies on his trail,
Scott Jessup.
takes this family and heads south. Here they manage to secure cheap lodging temporarily.
This was really a desperate time in my life. You know, we had no money. I tried mugging old ladies, but I got hit in the groin with a crutch. And I didn't know what to do. I tried counterfeiting for a while, you know. I just got the plates all fouled up and everything. Lincoln came out smoking a cigarette. I robbed a butcher shop. That's the best I could do. I got away with 116 veal cutlets. Then I had to go out and rob a tremendous amount of breading.
Their money gone, and with food scarce,
Scott Jessup.
live like hunted animals.
You aren't very happy that. Oh no, this was the low point of my existence. I was thinking of getting out of crime altogether, maybe becoming a singer or something. Must have been a very tough decision for you to make. Yeah, it was really tough, but my family was starving, and I'd already filed for bankruptcy. You know, I say, oh, what prompted you to go on? Well, I came up with an idea for a robbery that was so fantastic and so brilliant that when it was over, it was considered a real work of art by all the guys in my cell block. They must have looked up to you. Well, those guys are mugs. I'm gonna rob a bank. Oh no, maybe I'm not again. Yes, I think so. I think that's our only way out of this mess is for me to. There's a little dinky bank in Ross County, and I think if I could get 2 or 3 good men, I could get in there and get it, and we could go down to Mexico or up to Canada. Friends, what if you got killed? No, don't worry, nothing to worry about. I know how to use a gun. No, it's fine, Friends. I'm sorry. Then I say, Governor Ken Walls. Don't turn around. Want to speak to you about a business proposition? It's a thank job. A couple of guys and myself going to get together about 4 weeks from now. $250,000. We walk in and take it like that. It's an easy job. Think we just pull up, take it. But oh, that's how long we're worked. As I said, it's part of the band. Just well, you look at guys are dressing all like it, and I just broke it myself. All the boys in the neighborhood, right, Rob? It wasn't his fault. We just lost. We were working ourselves. Would you like to see my stamp collection? I have a selection of stamps.
He selects an appropriate bank.
Scott Jessup.
He cases the bank by cleverly concealing a camera in an unsuspected place. That night, a meeting takes place. Among the ones chosen are some of the most sinister names in the underworld. William Hummers, wanted by the police for bank robbery, assault with a deadly weapon, murder, and killing naked in front of his in-laws. Frankie Wolf, wanted by federal authorities for dancing with a whaleman. Haley Armstrong, wanted all over the country for arson, robbery, assault with intent to kill, and marrying a horse.
All right, boys. We're here to talk about the Union Fidelity Bank. 2 and 6 days. 10 a.m. What you're about to see are films of the Union Fidelity Bank. We're going to see them just once. Then to destroy the evidence, we're going to eat the film. It'll be buffet style. You can just help yourself take plates. There's potato salad over there, and my wife made coffee. These films could save your lives. I'll have those a boring short. We'll have that darn over for meetings, and I create love trousers, pretzels, and bullets. Our doctor was my husband. We got this film camera. We got lights. We got a truck. And the idea is we pull up in front of the bank and we look like we're making a movie. We play the actors. Or we need somebody to be the director. Furridge, I got the perfect guy. An ex-con I did some time with by the name of Fritz. I will be the director. I was a good director 20 years ago, before all was at Sark. Thurber was just getting told off by the Tinos, who was at Gary. Ruth and Gary were baseball players. I was also mad boy for these Yankees. Falls in Hollywood. You look nice, genius. But now, I shall wait after you in the fall of the dark once again. And you will be mad. You will enter the bank and say, up with your hands, this is to stick up, thereby announcing our theme. The man squeezed. Now say it, and let me hear the lie. Or up with your hands, this is a stick up. No, more feeling. The game for friends. Fritz, this is a bank robbery, not a movie. Oh, yes, of course. Well, forgive me. I will be fine when the time comes. Thank you all. Everybody, take 5. Oh, thought you're going to use the shower now. Virgil, why do you do this to me every morning? I just got in here. Well, I'm going to be late for the robbery. So you'll be 5 minutes late. They can start with that and start without me. I'm the leader. I made you some coffee. Oh, Jesus. Every day I have trouble getting in the bathroom. For crying out loud. Honey, what shirt do you want to wear? What'd you say? I said, what shirt do you want to wear? I'm going to wear my light blue. No, you're not. It was dirty. I washed it last night. Why did you wash it? I was going to wear it today. Because it was dirty. Well, so what? I'm just going to write hand to have ironed your beige shirt. Do you want to wear that? Oh, I can't wear a beige shirt to a bank robbery. Because it's light. I'll be an easy target. I think it's a perfectly good shirt to wear. It isn't a good shirt. It's beige. Well, the man his eyes and he's threw a bank robbery. Other guys wear, I don't know. For crying out loud. So call them up and ask them. Oh, nobody's going to be wearing beige to a bank robbery. It's in poor taste.
June 16th, 9 a.m. The days of planning are over.
Scott Jessup.
And his accomplices depart from his hideout to proceed toward their destination.
Yeah. Every time you get your hair up, it'll stick up. Hey, what are you doing here? We're holding up the bank. We're holding up the bank. Oh, no, sorry, we're holding up the bank. We're holding up the bank. No, we were here first. Look, could you come back tomorrow? We'll be finished by then. We've been planning this for months. We're not going to have it rolling by a jackass. All right, we'll take a vote. How many people here would like to be held up by this group? Right now, how many people would like to be held up by our group? No, beat it. You call this a bungled? I said action 5 minutes ago. Is that how you become on? No, you're up now. No, what's going on here? There's a mini pots outside. What's going on here?
Now, each member of the gang gets 5 years for his part of the crime.
Scott Jessup.
Gets 10. He is taken not to prison this time, but to a road gang, where his criminal behavior will cost him dearly.
Your man come here because you committed crimes, rendering you unfit to live in decent society. That's too bad. I think you're gonna find you made a mistake you're gonna regret. Our job, man, the boys, is to see that you get some civilization in you so that when you leave here, you're gonna think twice about performing antisocial acts. And my advice to you is to pay the rules and do your job. You got any complaints, you come to me. There ain't nobody on the outside gonna help you. Now, we don't like complainers and we don't like troublemakers. If things get a little too rough for you in here, you're just free to take off for Florida. Show 'em which direction Florida is, boys. Any questions? Do you think a girl should pet on the first date? All right. I mean, if both parties involved are mature and liberal. Wanna see Miss Liza? Gonna go to Mississippi. Gonna see Miss Liza. Gonna go to Mississippi. Gonna see Mr. Light there. Gonna go to Mississippi. Gonna see Mr. Light there. Gonna see Mr. Light there. Gonna go to Mississippi. We want to Mississippi. Gonna see Mr. Light there. Gonna go to Mississippi. Gonna see Miss Light there. Gonna go to Mississippi. Gonna see Miss Light. Gonna see Miss Light there. Gonna go to Mississippi. Gonna see Miss Light there. Gonna go to Mississippi. Hey. Do you think we're good enough aim with that hammer to knock these bracelets off me? Look, man, I don't want no trouble. That is gonna happen. Do you think you can do it? Never missed yet. Right, go ahead. Sort out first time.
Food on a chain gang is scarce and not very nourishing. The men get one hot meal a day, a bowl of steam.
All right, boys. Who didn't give me a good day's work? Come with us, Wilson. I know how. What's the matter, Strike? Well, can't you take it? Come on, how much you see this, so you'll know what you got to look forward to. What didn't I help? Thank you, Doug. What do you mean? Go beat your shine you down. Go beat ya. Oh, yeah. Jeez.
The time drags by in an endless grind of back-breaking labor. Brutal discipline is common under the hot sun. The men are not even permitted to fight without written permission.
Scott Jessup
Complains that he is severely tortured. For several days, he is locked in a sweatbox with an insurance salesman.
Hi, I'm Joe Green. I represent the City Jacks, which is insurance company. I'd like to talk to you about your insurance. You're about 30, like, you know, I think the best thing to do would be get straight, like, plus a little tour. And, how about done with medical? We got this major medical. It's a big deal.
At the end of each workday, the men are chained to each other by the ankle in groups of 6, making movement slow and painful. To escape, impossible. Then one day, the impossible is attempted.
See that field? We're making across that field, we'd be out of here. We could take them by surprise. If we all suddenly made a break for it. You're crazy. That's right. I'm a paranoid schizophrenic, but I say we try it. Ain't that right, boys? Here I hear. I'm not with my wife guides them. Oh, wait, ah. Down, waffle, down, waffle, down, done, nothing, down. My car broke down. Can I use your phone? Of course. Come in. What's the Okay, now, I get out of here. I know that town's done that to get us out of these chains. All right. Now you act natural and insolent, or you're finished. Who is it? Roman Lynch. Can I come in? Well, not now. It's an emergency. I'm afraid I'll have to. You better untie her. Tell them that when your cousins come, we're visiting you from out of town. One false low when you're finished. What is it? I hear there's been some trouble off at the prison. I'm checking the area for anything suspicious. These are my cousins. They're visiting me. They're holiday. What holiday? Did you ever hear of St. Abernathy's Day? No. Well, that's what we're here for. Come here, you. Come here. Do you think your cousin is safe living here all alone? Look how close we are to the prison. Look out here. It's just a few miles down the road. Come here. I don't know. So, you sure can't be pure when you live with both fools grief. Hey, wait a minute. Did I see something move out there? Couldn't have. I'm sure I saw something move. Quick, everybody take one window and check. If there's somebody out there, we're going to have a chance to see him. Guess it must have been my imagination. No. Excuse us, sir. Here's keep calm, Dick. Really? Be broken in. Didn't you notice how they all wove together closely? They're chained together at the ankles. I thought they were just a close family. Okay, boys, the game's up. The old lady must have told. You're going back to that prison, and this time, you're going to stay there. I'll be going, oh, we need jewels. Let's get my wife. She'll help us out. Jewels. No. Oh, Virgil, if you'd only listened to me and gone straight. I knew you needed the money and I robbed the bank. So when are you going to stop doing that? Don't you realize you're a father? You have responsibilities. So if she's my wife, got children, do you mind keeping out of this, please? I don't want to discuss it unless we're alone. No, I want to discuss it now. All right, you don't want to discuss it alone? Okay. I'm going with you next way, and I want to talk about it right there. I can't run in alone. I'm shade. Now for be alone. I like somebody's where they got 2 lords or something. These guys are with me with now. I think I feel. I'm a young woman sleeping alone here every night. Not one for me. But darling, look, do you think that means something to me? How do you think I feel? I think back to the days when you were in the Philharmonic. I was never in the Philharmonic. Lisa Line, baby, you used to recite poetry and was there with that dog you got me long for an old Mary? You guys look away from that, sweetheart. Don't you know that no matter what happens, you're always going to mean the same to me? You're the new inkling. You'll always mean the sun and the earth and the moon and the
With Louisa's help, the chains are removed from Scotch's cycles. Once more, the family takes flight. Feeling guilty about their son's education, Louise tries tutoring him.
He's been very depressed. He hasn't. I think if he'd been a successful criminal, he would have felt better. You know, he never made the 10 most wanted list. It's there on unfair road. It's really now.
Scott Jessup embarks on a series of crimes that make him a wanted desperado. Gary attempts to rob the vault of a bank, but finds a family of gypsies are living there. By the end of 6 months, the FBI regards Scott Jessup as a menace. Although he does not make the 10 most wanted list, he does win Gangster of the Year award and is asked to speak at many luncheons and universities. Well, at the end of the story, we spoke to Mr. Daniel Miller, an FBI agent and author of the book Mother Was a Red.
The FBI actually wanted Virgil very badly. Mr. Hoover was quite upset by Mr. Stockwell and his activities. In fact, he confided to me on several occasions. I can remember one very well after a bowling match on Thursday night, when he said he couldn't sleep nights. He was smoking a little too much, and he thought that this criminal, as he put it, might very well be part of a subversive plot. Obviously an atheist and a pinto, and trying in general to disturb our society. They finally traced him to a cheap neighborhood down in Lower East Side from New York, where he was living at the time in a very sleazy, rundown tenement house, where I remember him. He used to live with him as a matter of fact, in the same rooming house of it. One day he told me he was a gynecologist. And he couldn't speak no foreign languages. Who's he kidding? I thought I saw his picture on a post office. I didn't remember whether it was on the wall or on a stamp. Remember Virgil? Oh, yeah. Yeah, no. Well, I don't know. Now I think he's brilliant. I mean, just absolutely brilliant. Just when I found out that he was a criminal, I just couldn't believe it. I just thought I was going to die because he just was the best cover-up job I've ever seen in my life. I mean, unbelievable acting job. I actually believed that he was an idiot. I mean, I really believed, and I wasn't the only one. Like, everybody thought so. Everyone just thought that he was such a schlemiel, and it turned out he's a criminal. Just to think that that idiot was a criminal, I just can't believe it. I mean, you never met anybody like this in your life. You've never met such a nothing. I can't believe it, that there was a mind working in there that could rob banks. It's phenomenal. Phenomenal. You know what, once I said to him, what do you do? He said, I rob banks. Go no, eh? But we finally caught up to him. And, I think it was April 11th, we finally captured Virgil. It was sort of a very odd circumstances. But the amateur photographer happened to be there at the time and took the only known films of his capture. I was coming down here. This is the spot where it actually happened. You see, as a matter of fact, I had just brought my pads into the cleaners, and I was sort of angry with them because last time I brought them in, I asked them to sew a button on and they hadn't. Did you get to that point? Oh, yes. Well, I'll tell you exactly what happened this morning with me and about the camera. Well, back to this thing in which I became known, mainly because of what happened and I had the camera. I was having breakfast in the morning. I think it was 2 fried eggs, toast. I don't know whether it was orange juice or grapefruit, but I remember I had a juice. I don't know what it was. But at that time, it was orange juice. That's right. Boy, in fact, I've got them right here. I'd like to show them to you. The very last films of Virgil Stockwell being captured by the FBI. Right, get your hands up, Mr. Sticker. Hey, I know, Churchill Stockwell. That's you. Eddie. What Haynes? That's right. That's we were in the marching band together, right? You like to tell you always that I was trombone, first trombone. Honey, hi, what are you doing? With the harmonic. Oh, kitty, that's great. I was just talking to someone. Ask her something about the great lines. Mrs. That together. You remove that blood taking a shower, the green wash. Oh, well, I never saw anybody so embarrassed. I'd never forget your face. I might, you drop a towel. Drop the towel. Whenever you're watching, yes, it was a little shit. Remember that we painted the car yellow. Cause well, and I remember that his name's Halloween. I was really fighting was yellow stripe. That's right, like a farm girl. They keep your hands up after and shoot you. Oh yeah. Caesar, do you remember the football game that you fumbled the last play? That's right, and then I ran the wrong way. I thought they were cheering. The good old night. Joe Chris and Ben always while it's might been me. Well, look, it's been great speaking to you, really. Oh, it's so nice to see you. You take it easy. Listening again, best of luck. Okay, I'll try, Joe. I just realized, that I'm with Keating has it, like, well, it's a great job. I get him pinching. Do you remember when I've been the whole way?
Scott Jessup
Was tried on 52 counts of robbery and is sentenced to 800 years in federal prison. At the trial, he tells his lawyer confidently that with good behavior, he can cut the sentence in half.
Scott Jessup.
Well, now that you're caught and facing a very long prison sentence, do you have any regrets about choosing a life of crime? I think that crime definitely pays, and that it's a great job. The hours are good, and you're your own boss, and you travel a lot, and you get to meet interesting people, and I just think it's a good job in general. What about your cohorts? What has ever happened to them? All the many guys you've been associated with in various gangs, a great many of them have become homosexuals, and some of them have entered into politics or sports. Well, how do you manage to spend your time in prison? Do you have any hobbies or? And I've been working on. I've been doing a lot of stuff in shop actually, and I'm very skilled with my hands. If it's raining out.